Well, good day, good morning, good night, whenever you're seeing this video. Welcome, welcome. This will probably be one of the most important videos, presentations that you see today, this week, maybe even this month, because we're talking about refunds and rewards. We're going to be talking about how to claim the FMLA refund, and that stands for the Family Medical Leave Act. If you are a self-employed or a W-2 person with a side hustle, you can also get $1,000 reward for every referral. So if you are a self-employed person or a W-2 person with a side hustle, you can still get money that you missed back in 2020 and 2021 that you qualify for. You have to meet that look back deadline by the year end. So we need to get right to work on this and get this. I mentioned that this is the FMLA. You can certainly go to .gov and get all the information. There's a lot of information there. It's a little bit convoluted. So it's very important that basically you let somebody like us do it because we have all the systems. Now I'm just going to turn off my phone so we're not interrupted as we do this. So, all right, I'm back. Yeah, the FMLA, it's like 67 pages. It's very convoluted. I've talked to CPAs and accountants, and they also say that it's very difficult to try to figure out what's going on there. So fortunate for everybody on this call, you don't need to, because that's exactly what we do. We make it easy, streamline the process and all of that. Well, who am I? My name's Terry Scott, or Ter Scott. My company is All Solutions Known LLC. I help business owners and individuals find financial opportunities and make them work in their life. So a couple of the things that I do, I'm known as the ABC consultant, and A is for advocacy, B is for branding, and today we're talking about C, cash flow strategies. Again, I work with business owners on all types of cash flow type of things, and also with individuals and business owners as far as financial strategies and things. And this is one of the easiest and one of the most probably lucrative things that you can do today with our reward program. So now, what is the FMLA? Well, it's a lot of different things, but how does it apply to a self-employed person or W-2 person with a side hustle? Well, you can get your COVID check before it expires. And All Solutions Known, and that's my company, says that self-employed business owners are owed money, and that's the truth. You have money out there. All you need to do is process the simple process that we do for you. Give us a couple pieces of information. We start processing your claim, and in 4 to 6 weeks, you have a check in hand. So, and then we work to help you get it. I talked about the IRS and the FMLA, and we have a fact sheet. You'll see a link on my website. I'll give you links to get to that website at the end of this presentation as we go through here. And you'll be able to click on that, and you'll be able to see about 6 pages of the most important parts of that FMLA part of things. Otherwise, you can just do a search on your own and find that if you want a lot of material. So we made national news with what we're doing here. Again, there's a link there that you can click on, and I really recommend that you do take a look at that. It does give you an overview of what we're doing here. All Solutions Known puts checks in the amounts of $20,000 to $40,000 or more in the hands of independent business owners who were hit by COVID. Who wasn't hit by COVID? Everybody. So also ask about that $1,000 referral fee that we give out to self-employed business people who refer others, and also others who refer others. You don't have to be a self-employed person to take advantage of the reward program, and I'll talk about that here soon. This is actually an image of the press release that was put out by EIN Press Wire that went around worldwide, but most of the distribution we chose obviously was here in the States because this is a federal program. I am located in Superior, Wisconsin. I work with clients on the Wisconsin side of the bridge. Duluth, Minnesota is on the opposite side, and I work with people in Minnesota. So most of my work is here. However, this is a federal program. If you're seeing this, I also work with people across the country, all 50 states. But COVID funds right now, they are available. They must be claimed before the expiration. So a lot of people, business owners, and it didn't happen so much for the small self-employed people that we're talking about right now, but there are some that probably did qualify for the PPP and the ERC, which is still out there, and that's on hold right now at the time of our presentation here. But a lot of people think, I got that, or I didn't get that, or I don't qualify for this. This is a totally different thing. I want you to understand that. If you are a self-employed, a W-2 person with a side hustle, you were affected by COVID, there is money coming to you. You just have to follow these steps and claim this money. So if you think you're not owed money, think again. Now, this might be you're an accountant, you're an insurance agent, you're a farmer, you have antiques, a little antique store or something like that, or maybe you even sell on eBay. You're a self-employed person. Now, if you're an accountant, a lot of self-employed people may use an accountant. A lot of them use their own TurboTax. They figure out their own on their own. But if you're an accountant, make sure that you listen about this reward, because you're able to make thousands of dollars by just sharing this with your clients. I'm going to give you forms that you can email your clients and say, hey, look at this, you're qualified for this. I'm going to make it very easy for you. If you're an insurance agent working on your own, you're a non-captive agent, then you're self-employed. This could work for you too. If you have a vendor where you are doing the arts and crafts kind of thing, if you're the arts and crafts person, that's a job. Now, a lot of people I know as arts and crafts, you're probably not counting that as income. Well, you probably should have, but let me tell you that you don't have to have filed income tax this past year or these past couple of years to even qualify this. As crazy as that sounds, we have had people that haven't filed for taxes that they do get a check. Now, automotive, again, you may not be a shade tree mechanic, but you know of one. So you can get that $1,000 reward when you refer them. But if you are a one-man shop, a one-woman shop, I met this one-woman welder. You qualify for this. Brokers, again, if you're an insurance broker, if you're a childcare, if you have a cleaning service. I talked to a woman that she's had a cleaning business for years, a one-person cleaning business. She qualifies. Let me just back up too with the arts and crafts. If you're the person that puts on these events for the arts and crafts people there, the self-employed kind of people, all you need to do, you've got an email list. Go ahead and email the information that I give you to these people and say, you know what? Thank you for attending our event, but also you are qualified for this. You should check it out. And when they do, they qualify, we send you a check for $1,000. Construction and home improvement. So many people are rehabbers, they're roofers, remodelers, construction kind of people. You qualify. If you're a distributor, like an MLM distributor, you are owed money. And then I've talked to a place that's an association, a builders association. Ta-da, easy. Every one of your people most likely are qualified for this. E-commerce, if you create websites, if you are doing digital marketing, you're a one-person shop, you are owed money. Education, if you're a one-person tutor, yes. Entertainment, my people that are guitarists and they're playing in nightclubs and things like that, that is a side hustle or it's what you do, you're owed money. Fashion, food services, gardening. Can you see this? Can you see all of these These are like umbrellas, like gardening and landscaping. There's so many things underneath that. Maybe you're a personal gardener to different clients. Maybe that's your job. You're qualified then. Health and beauty. Now, if you own a salon, you may not qualify because you own the salon. Maybe you have an EIN number and all that sort of thing. And but the people that are working that have chairs in your salon, they're probably self-employed. It's their business. Take advantage of the referrals. Get $1,000 for each of your people that have chairs in your beauty salon. Maintenance and repair, that could cover any kind of a thing. A maintenance for your vehicle, a maintenance for your house. Management services. Manufacturing. If you manufacture, that almost sounds like a bigger business and things, but there are people that manufacture things probably at home, assembly, that sort of thing. Marketing, business to business consultants, that's what I do. I talk to different businesses. I'm talking to you, by the way, here. Media, maybe if you, and I think of like maybe a wedding photographer or even a journalist, a blogger, that sort of thing. Medical, crazy as it sounds, doctors can even qualify this. Now, doctors have side hustles, so maybe they're doing education or something like that. They can get money because of this. But if you're a one person kind of a doctor and you have your own practice or whatever, you could qualify. Now, don't forget veterans, even not veterinarians, I should say. And if you're a veteran, you probably have a side hustle too. Music, nightlife, personal services. I've already talked about my musician friends, pet services, veterinarian, photography again, weddings because of the COVID thing. It just, we didn't have the weddings. We didn't have the photography and all that sort of thing going on. Publishing. If you have a blog, that's your business. If you publish books, that's your business. You qualify. If you had a recruitment staff, if you're a headhunter, you qualify. Rental and leasing. Maybe you rent out a B&B even. Imagine that. You own B&B properties. That's a business. You've lost business because people weren't traveling during that time. Research services, shipping, retail shipping, delivery. If you're like a DoorDash kind of a person, sports and recreation, toys and hobbies, transportation, if you have your own taxi service, travel and tourism, if you're a one person travel agent, value added reseller, and then there's warehousing. If you've rented out a place for rental space or even rental kind of things, or if you're wholesaling, if you buy something at wholesale and sell it for retail, that's it. So do you see yourself in one of these somewhere? Now, also, do you see other people? Who mows your lawn? Who fixed your roof? All of these people, refer them for $1,000. So now demystifying the tax code, just how hard or easy is that? Well, forget it. You don't have to worry about it. We do all of that. Our team finds the Family Medical Leave Act COVID-19 credits that your accountant missed. 26,000 to 44,000 per employed individual. There's my phone number. You can call me 218-940-1334. I'm going to have my information available at the end of this. But again, when you call me, you're most likely going to get my voicemail. That is my cell number. And I want you to leave a message. It'll say something like, "Thank you for calling Terry Scott." It won't talk about this specifically. So please know that that is the one. That's where you're supposed to leave your message. And understand that it might be easier to email me or whatever using the other links, but I'll do my very best to get back to you. Now, you'll probably get something like this. This is just a graphic though. And you can see here again, this is a federal refund, not a state refund. Again, I live in Wisconsin, so that's why it states this. This is an actual credit, a check. Now, we use credit and check the same ways, but it's an actual cash check. $31,700. Now, don't ask me how that figure came about. We've had people, we just take your information, we process it, we get you the maximum that you can possibly get through the FMLA. Our processing doesn't miss a thing. And so one person could get $26,045. One person like this one got $31,700. We've had a family, a single woman of mom of three kids, and she got, I believe it was something around 34,000 or something. Then we had a single gentleman who got $66,000. And both of those examples are only for one of those 2 years. We recommend that you have us process both years for you. Again, you can get that fact sheet. And somebody asked me, well, who pays for this? What's this all about? And, some people, anytime you're talking about money, they're talking about, well, is this too good to be true or whatever? He's like, well, where's this money come from? Hello, it comes from the IRS, from the Family Medical Leave Act. And I'm sorry if you have not heard of that. It's just how our government says, hey, you can have this money, and then they don't tell you about it. It's like they put an ad in the back of the paper in very small print, and people don't see it. But congratulations, you're getting a refund. We say that to over 90% of the people. I'm sure it's even more too. I don't have the exact percentage on that. And you're going to, in a moment, you're going to learn how to refer others for $1,000 each. And you might be here because you've seen this particular ad. Now, this is one of the ads too that you can use, that you can forward to other people so that they can find out about this. So if these funds are left unclaimed, guess what? The government keeps it, okay? If you're an independent contractor, you're self-employed, you need to know that you are owed this money through the Family Medical Leave Act. They're available now, but we have to claim it before the expiration. And small business owners, like I mentioned, do not know about this. Also, something they don't qualify. Some people think, well, I've taken the PPP, so I don't get this. I've taken the ERC, so I don't get this. Please, please, please. I would not be here telling you this if you aren't qualified for this, okay? I wouldn't be wasting my time. I'm getting the word out. I'm like the Paul Revere about the FMLA, okay? So Terry Scott of All Solutions Known, I have made it my mission to tell as many 1099ers that I can about those refunds before you miss out on this opportunity. And I and my team, we make everything clear to understand. The process is easy, very simple. It's like 3 parts that you need to do, 3 steps. And we can process this because it is well deserved, and these checks are needed badly to get them quick. So we make it easy for you. But let me ask you then, you're thinking, well, I don't like money. I'm allergic to money. Well, let me ask you, what would you do with an additional $20,000? Well, maybe you could pay your rent or your mortgage for a couple of months or whatever it is. What if you got the $44,000? And I think I said it was $34,000 that that woman with the 3 kids did. It was actually closer to 44,000. What could you do with 44,000? Well, you could probably take that needed vacation that you wanted to take and still have money left over. Now, what if you had that 66,000 that I said that the single guy ended up getting? Well, you could certainly help your employees. You could certainly help, and again, you probably don't have employees in this case because you're self-employed, but what you could do is you could invest in a business, increase your own business, or even go ahead and invest in yourself. Now, I mentioned earlier that I am a financial strategist, a financial consultant. I work with business owners and with individuals. So now just think of this. If you had, well, even as less as $20,000, I can help you. But if you had monies like 44,000, 66,000, these are figures that I can work with you, and I can show you how you can get a guaranteed passive income every 90 days. I'll have a link to being able to contact me about that down the road. in below this particular video, but I want to stay on task, and it's hard to do sometimes. So you're probably asking, show me the money. So if you're here, I want to be full transparency here. You've been referred probably by somebody. If not, that's fine. When you fill out the intake form, just leave that part blank. But you may have been referred by somebody. And again, I mentioned you probably heard of the ERC or the PPP. This is not the same. And like I mentioned, people who do submit paperwork, three things that we need from you. You're going to see a check for $20,000, probably 26, like it says minimum, $30,000, and again, 66,000. There's really no rhyme or reason, it seems like. And we recommend that you do both the 2020 and 2021. The 20, the 30, and the 66K right here, that's only for one of those 2 years. Show me the money, the reward. Well, in full disclosure and transparency, again, the person that showed you this video that led you here is going to get a finder's fee or a marketing fee of $1,000 when you complete the process and collect your check. So you can use this as additional income, and that income, your reward income, obviously is taxable. And again, I can help you save on taxes. That's a different story, but I can help you with that. And you can receive as many checks as you want, $1,000 every time you refer somebody. And by the way, if you are here because you are a self-employed person, you can also get that $1,000 because self-employed people know self-employed people. The process, very streamlined. We only ask you a few questions. It takes a few minutes to complete, so we're not taking time away from your business. And let's see. Oh, and again, this says click on an image below. This is talking about if you were at my website, which again, I'll give you a link. So you're going to see a lot of the same content on the website. So oh yeah, when you call my cell number, again, I'm very busy. We have a lot of applications daily, but I will get back to you. So if you're watching this and the specific fund has expired, this video is going to stay up for a long time. I probably will not take it down because there'll always be another fund or something that I can help you with. This may not be available, but others will be. So again, this is how it all works. First of all, once you get to my website, I recommend that you do read the latest press release that I talked to you about. It'll take you a couple of minutes, and what it'll do, it'll give you an overview of what we're doing. Then click and open and print this application form. This is the intake form. I'm going to walk you through that in just a moment. Complete it as fully as you possibly can. Give us more information than you think we need. Step 3, you're going to send that completed form with your most recent copy of your tax form, your tax return. Please don't send us your tax return. Send a photocopy of your tax return and also a copy of your driver's license, and then using the choice of options that are on my website. So basically what you're going to do, include the form, your most recent tax return, and a copy of your driver's license. So I'm going to give you instructions on how to get to my blog/web page at the end. This is what the intake form looks like. And again, it states right here, a past copy of your tax return and a copy of your driver's license. So we're asking you this many times so that you don't send us something and we have to give you a call back and say, hey, everything's held up, because we still need more information from you. Again, this is where you want to give us more information than you think we need. Just fill out every one of these. And who referred you? This is where the marketing fee goes. Now, usually if I send you something in the mail, you're going to get 2 intake forms, one for yourself and then one where you can make photocopies of and then put in here your name and your email, and then give this whole intake form to somebody who is self-employed or W-2 wage earner that has a side hustle. And how many dependents in 2020 and 2021? Really, there probably should have been a slash here. For instance, if you had 2 dependents in 2020, put 2 there, slash, And in 2021, you only had one, so put one there. So 2/1, if that makes sense to you. Filed separately or jointly? Yes, no. And what years do you wish to have the tax credits and amended taxes completed for? That should say completed. I apologize. I would recommend, though, that you do both. Why not? More money, and we should get it done for you. Don't wait for next year to do 2021. $500 deposit is due after processing our calculation numbers. Basically, don't worry about that. I will cover this in just a little bit, but basically, what's going to happen is our fee for doing this is 25% of what your overall claim is. So that is payable 10% upfront, 15% later once you get paid. If the 10% is a problem, we can probably help you with that. And that's where I believe this 500 deposit is, because instead of having, if you've got a claim for 33,000, that's going to be 10% of that is 3,300. Small self-employed people may not have opportunity or that kind of cash to just lay out 3,300. So for some people, we are able to help them with that. And I think this 500 deposit is the minimum that we can do. But again, don't worry about that until we see that you have money, and then we'll help you get that money. Because of course, if you don't get paid, we don't get paid, right? So we help you. We also have a couple of options here. If you'd like us to process this in 5 days instead of 15 days, it'll cost you $189, and that is payable up front. Also, would you like your funds faster? You can have them deposited ACH right into your checking account or savings account. That's payable up front, $149. Now, we need to know your card number because we're going to bill you for this or the 10%. Get it done now, okay? Then you're going to write your signature on it and the date. And now, very important, do not send your intake form to Affordable Business Tax Solutions, LLC. And it's not the end of the world if you do, but let me share what I want you to do is don't send it to them, send it to us. Email a clear photo of all of your completed forms, or create a PDF of it, or email a JPEG to my email that I'm going to give to you at the end of this presentation or in a little bit. And or if you're at the site, you can simply use the links and the instructions that I have. Now, it's important that you run it by us first, because then we can save time if there's anything missing before it gets there. Then the other thing is that I am a financial strategist. I can help you with other things too. I've got some special things to make sure that, number one, I'm helping you in the best way possible, but I also have some other things that I help my personal clients with that I offer, and some things to even sweeten the pot more. Now you can take a screenshot of this. You can scan this QR code. This will take you directly to my web blog that has all of the information on it. Take your time, read the information, and use the links. So you've got questions. Here are the answers. I mentioned this already. What does this cost to have us to do this for you? I mentioned it's 25%, 10% upfront, 15% at the time of your refund. If you can't do that, if 10% is a problem, we can't do this for everybody, but on a case-to-case basis, we can help people. So why can't I do this on my own or have my CPA or accountant do this? Well, the question would be, is this has been out there for a long time. Why hasn't your accountant already done this for you? Well, there's reasons for that. Number one, they're unable to because they don't have access to this. This is like a specialized kind of a thing. What they may do, and I recommend that if you are a CPA or an accountant watching this, please refer people to us, and you're going to get $1,000 for everybody that follows your lead and says, yeah, thank you very much, you know what you're doing, I trust you, so I'm going to go ahead and process this. through All Solutions Known, and I'm going to get my check for $33,000. And by the way, that's not taxable, so that's going to be a very cool thing. And we work with CPAs and accountants, so go ahead and you can even talk to them. You can actually, once you get this intake form that you can make photocopies of, give some of those with your name and email on it. Give some of those to your tax accountant, to your CPA. And then when they send people with that, you're going to get that referral. Or they can get the referral. Okay, whatever you want to do there. So what if I haven't filed taxes? I've already mentioned where, as crazy as it sounds, we have helped people that have not filed taxes, and voila, they got an FMLA check too. Would this trigger a tax audit? Well, it never has, and it is made out by the IRS. This comes from the US government. This is the program, the Family Medical Leave Act. There's no reason why it would. So you probably, no doubt, received a stimulus check some years ago. Well, did that create an audit, a taxable audit? No, it did not. So what if I have more questions? Well, you can use the contact form on my sheet, but you can also text or call my cell number, 218-940-1334. Please, again, you're going to get a message. This is Terry Scott. Leave your message. It sounds very generic, but you are at the right place. Now, these are the three things that we need you to do, and you'll see this on the website too. What are the three things? Use the intake form, fill it out, and send it to us or email it to us. A copy of your driver's license and also a copy of your most recent tax return. You can do it by email, terryscottpromotes@yahoo.com. You can do it by snail mail, Terry Scott, All Solutions Known, Superior, Wisconsin. Or again, if you have questions, call or text me, 218-940-1334. You can also email me too. And if you do that, make sure that you are putting something like FMLA question in the subject line. So steps to claim your refund: 22,000, 26,000, 33,000, 66,000, whatever it is. Don't try to figure it out. It seems that there's no rhyme or reason and as to what amount you're going to get, but just know that our processing finds the maximum refund for you. So again, if you're a self-employed individual or you're a W-2 wage earner with a side hustle, you qualify. You're qualified to get a refund. So now you have those steps on how to get it, and the links will be on my page to move forwards, and that'll be shown later. And here you are. Show me the money. There's the money. So let's talk a little bit about the reward, and then we'll be done. Now, business owners, if you're a business owner, I was at a lumber yard yesterday. I got business cards, and I told the lumber yard, I said, if any of these people on these business cards say yes and they want to go forward, I also left a poster there too. And if anybody says yes and they said, well, we got it from this lumber yard, then that lumber yard is going to get $1,000 for every one of those contractors, those roofers, those siders, aluminum siders, construction people. They're going to get $1,000 every time. If you're a business owner, you have somebody cutting your grass, you have somebody snow plowing your driveway, your lot, these people qualify. Now, if you're a self-employed person, you know other self-employed people. Associations. I still have to get over to this builders association because they have builders as members. Builders are typically self-employed, they qualify. But if you're an association, get one of these posters out, get one of these intake forms, leave them on your desk, put it in your newsletter. $1,000 every time. Entrepreneurs, you start businesses, you're interested in making money, and $1,000, you can add this to what you're doing. Business to business consultants, that's what I do. And for me, I'm going from business to business helping them with a lot of different things. Remember, I do the advocacy. I help business people with advocacy. Again, something else that I'm not talking about here, branding. I help people with branding, how to save money, how to be effective with their branding, and also cash flow. That's what we're talking about today. If you are a business to business consultant, this is right up your alley. Real estate people. Real estate people, a lot of those people are real estate investors. They have properties. They have self-employed contractors that are working in those properties. Tell them about this. Hair salon owners. You have a hair salon. You have people who are self-employed in every one of those chairs. They own those chairs. That's their business. You have 5 people, hairdressers, working in your salon. Each of those 5 people have their own business. That's $5,000 right now for you. How else can you get $5,000? How long, how many haircuts would it take and hairstyles would it take to make $5,000? Well, this can make your holidays a lot better, right? Etc., etc., etc. I think you've got the idea. So you could be earning $1,000 for each referral, who, of course, complete the process, and we make that process simple. So who do you know? Well, we're happy to pay you so that they don't miss their tax-free money either. So you're going to get a $1,000 referral bonus for 2020 and 2021 tax credits. Now, you're not going to get two $1,000 if they do the 2020 or if they do the 2021 or if they do both. It's $1,000 for that lead. Let me make that clear too. It would be awesome. I mean, to get, if you referred one person and then they did 2020 and they also did 2021 and you got 2,000, but that's what our marketing department is doing for you, right? Okay, so please simply refer another 1099 self-employed friend, or again, a W-2 worker who has a side hustle. So think about who teaches piano lessons, who cuts lawns, who snow plows, who paints, who does the carpentry, who worked on your bathroom recently, who does your hair. So if you refer somebody who qualifies for the COVID Family Medical Leave Act funds, we pay you a referral fee, a marketing fee. We, that's Terry Scott, that's me, at All Solutions Known, we do all the work, we follow up, and you get paid after your referral cashes their check and pays for their services. It usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get that done for you. So again, who do you know? Everyone knows at least 3 or 4 people who could use extra funds, right? Do you know somebody who likes tax-free money? Well, everybody does. Who does your car repair? Let's move on, right? It's just who does that? So note, now, if you have a business, that's great. Those kind of people got ERCs and PPP funds, but maybe they didn't get this. Again, pass it by them. They themselves personally could get this, but not their company, their EIN number, okay? But again, just ask us about that. Don't leave money on the table. Don't think that this opportunity doesn't apply to you or a small business owner that you know. So it's easy to refer to get that $1,000 referral fee. Pardon me here. You simply request instructions by using our contact form on the blog and the web page shown. I put something together real easy so it's not difficult to remember to get to. Tiny URL /refund reward. Or you can actually take a screenshot of this and then take a photo of this QR code to get to it. Again, you may have come to this because you've seen this. This is a flyer that you can download and send to other people as well. So that's it. You now know how to submit your information to claim your funds, and we do all the work. You get the check, and that's for the refunds. You also know how to earn those large referral fees of $1,000 each time you refer someone who completes the process. And again, tinyurl.com refund reward. And you can be like this guy, getting all this kind of money here. Not difficult. So if you have questions, please, you can go to this website, tinyurl.com, refund reward. What that'll do, it'll take you right to my webpage with all of the links, and you have a contact form there that you can contact me with. Okay. So I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for bringing people to this and helping others. So I hope you won't let this opportunity to claim your funds pass you by. Remember, it will expire soon. And please share this with others. Have an abundant mindset. Now, even if you're referring multiple $1,000 referrals, multiple, and this is a little bit of a business for you and a supplement to your business, please don't hide it. Don't keep this a secret. You cannot possibly handle all of the small business people that you know. If you have Facebook groups that you work with, go ahead and let them know and give them this information, because then we can help more people. And that's what is really important. That's why I put this together, this video together, to explain this, to get the word out. And I'm helping you. So help others, help me to help you to help others. Okay. So again, this is our website to go to for more information, and enjoy your prosperity. Money isn't everything. Money isn't the only thing in prosperity. But I had somebody tell me, well, I like money. It's not the most important thing in life, but it is right up there with oxygen. Kind of funny and all that. But think about what you could do with 20,000, 33,000, 66,000. How you can help other people with that. It's a good thing. That's why I'm here. So hopefully you are doing something with this. I can only lead you to the water. You have to raise your hand. You have to drink, whatever. You have to take action. So many people find out about opportunities, and or they'll even just buy a book and they won't read it. They'll put it up on the shelf. Don't be that person. Let's do something. Let's make it happen. And we will see you next time, and go forth and do great things. This is an awesome thing. Again, if you're a self-employed person, let's get that check in your hands within 4 to 6 weeks. If you are a person that knows other people, and we all do, let them know about this, and let's get those $1,000 checks in your hand. Make it a great day, and bye for now.